afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Here's what's making news on this Friday. University of Wisconsin officials say they're working on a plan to test all students for COVID-19 before coming back in the fall.
Madison Metropolitan School District officials say they are canceling all in-person summer school classes. We'll let you know how they're still planning to provide classes.
And as the state reopens, Wisconsin Dells water parks are trying to do the same. We'll have that story. But first, let's take a look outside. Turned out to be a beautiful Friday. Here's a look at Lake Delton. Nice sunny day out there. More rain on the way, however, the weather words. Chris is in the backyard. We got half a nice weekend.
Half of a nice weekend indeed. I want to encourage everyone to take the opportunity to get outside while you have the chance to do so, because more showers are indeed on the way. We won't notice those over the next 24 hours, though. High-resolution Doppler remains free for us. Enjoy that. Soak that up, folks. In fact, there's really not much in the way of cloud cover over the upper Midwest at all. The heaviest of that cloud cover worked its way south and east. There may be a few decorator clouds, as I like to call them, moving in at times. But in the meantime, temperatures are comfortable. Low to mid 70s is where most of us stand right now. Even some upper 70s showing up as you work your way closer towards the lakeshore. And as we plan your Saturday, here's what you can expect, folks. Sunshine early on tomorrow morning, but you'll see those clouds starting to increase as we go throughout the day. By 4 o'clock, skies will be mostly cloudy tomorrow with temperatures into the upper 60s. That leads us into what's to come. And there is an alert day in that forecast for Saturday night and throughout the day on Sunday. So we're timing out the arrival of those next rain chances, along with who could see some of the heaviest rain coming up around the midpoint of this show.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. First at 4, the UW Campus System Administration says it has every intention on returning to in-person classes this fall.
Plans are underway to possibly provide testing for every student, staff, and faculty member so they can safely do that. The Vice President of Administration says that they are still working out many of the details, but cost is a major issue. System-wide, they have about 170,000 students and 40,000 employees. To test all of them at about $100 per test would cost more than $20 million for just one round of tests, and they're hoping to do periodic testing.
We're anticipating that we would work with the state and other elected officials and figure out how to pay for those costs. I think there's a high degree of interest in having people returning to our institutions.
They're taking a look at the budget in early June to decide how their plans for fall will play out. The Madison Metropolitan School District is finalizing its plans for summer school.
Our Amy Reed joins us live from downtown Madison to explain the district's approach. Amy?
On this beautiful taste of a summer day, we're learning more about how Madison schools will function once actual summer gets here. First, all of the summer classes will be online. They'll be offered for kids grades 3 through 12. The earlier years, 3rd grade through 8th, will focus on math and literacy. High schoolers can do some credit recovery, and we'll have a few options to take PE, health, and personal finance. The district is also planning on offering some additional resources for parents and students. I asked them about a plan for if a student or teacher tests positive for COVID-19. They said they're still working on that with public health. Interim Superintendent Jane Belmore asks for patience from parents while they work through the unknown.
We are working hard to figure out the best ways possible to deliver instruction and keep everybody safe at the same time. And I would ask them to think about how they can provide information to us.
Belmore said the district is planning on getting feedback on virtual learning from parents, especially as they look to develop their plan for the fall. Right now, they are leaving room for that plan to be part virtual, part in person, but it depends on how the virus evolves. Now back to summer, another arm of the school in summer, the MSCR, they've canceled their programs and parents should expect a refund there. The district said today the MSCR will offer online programs and potentially summer camps in the place of those programs.
Amy Reed, live downtown. Amy, thank you. More coronavirus news now. The state sees one of its highest single-day increases of cases. 498 people tested positive for COVID-19 within the last day. Nearly 12,000 people have now been infected. Only 2 counties in Wisconsin remain without a single confirmed case. 444 people have died, including 25 in Dane County and 14 in Rock County. Health officials say as testing is increased, they expect to see more positive cases. However, more positive cases does not mean the virus is getting worse in Wisconsin. The rate of positive cases in the state remains hovering around 6% for the 3rd day in a row. The gating criteria remains unchanged from yesterday, as doctors are still seeing symptoms of influenza and COVID-19.
Dane County sees its highest rise in cases since April 1st. 18 more people have tested positive for the virus since yesterday. Public Health Madison Dane County officials say the rise in cases is connected to a cluster inside a long-term care facility. DHS officials say an outbreak investigation is ongoing at the villa at Middleton Village in Middleton. Dane County health officials say 957 people were tested yesterday, more people than ever before. 37 people have tested positive at the Dane County Jail since March 26th. 6 inmates have been released from custody, 6 have recovered, and 25 are still in medical isolation. No inmates have required hospitalization. There are now more than 1.4 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the United States. States are easing restrictions even in the hardest hit regions as the number of cases keeps rising. Florida is lifting more of its restrictions. Restaurants, retailers, and salons in hard-hit Broward and Miami-Dade counties will be able to reopen Monday with strict guidelines.
The only thing we're not doing that the president's guidelines permitted were the movie theaters.
In New Jersey, which has more than 140,000 infections, beaches will reopen in time for the Memorial Day weekend, although playgrounds, arcades, and rides will remain closed. Beaches will also open in New York State, though New York City remains locked down until June 13th.
The debate continues as the Democrat-controlled House is expected to pass a massive coronavirus stimulus package. Skylar Henry is at the White House, where President Trump announced new developments in the race to a vaccine.
Further proceedings on this question will be postponed.
The House is expected to vote on 2 measures later this evening. One to allow lawmakers to vote remotely, and the other on the $3 trillion HEROES Act.
The Congress must honor its responsibility to the American people to lessen the blow of the coronavirus.
Both Senate Republicans and the White House have said the stimulus bill is dead on arrival.
Phase 4 is going to happen, but it's going to happen in a much better way for the American people.
President Trump announced new developments in Operation Warp Speed, the administration's accelerated push for a vaccine, hoping to have one by the end of the year. The president says that there are at least 14 promising candidates so far.
We're getting ready so that when we get the good word that we have the vaccine, we have the formula, we have what we need, we're ready to go, as opposed to taking years to gear up.
Truck drivers blowing their horns at a nearby protest could be heard throughout the event.
Those are truckers that are with us all the way.
As the president named an Army general and a former pharmaceutical executive to co-lead the initiative.
This mission is about defeating the enemy. We will defeat the enemy.
We will be able to deliver a few 100 million doses of vaccine by the end of 2020.
President Trump also defended the Abbott rapid point-of-care test, despite an FDA warning that the agency is looking into reports of inaccurate test results.
It's a great test. It's a very quick test, and it can always be very rapidly double-checked.
The FDA commissioner encourages anyone who suspects a false negative to get a second test. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
An official says the Abbott test is not the only one being used by the White House. And coming up in the next segment, we'll talk about some of the vaccine research that is currently underway at UW-Madison. Some counties around the state are choosing not to introduce safer-at-home orders, allowing some businesses to start running again.
Gabriela Becerra joins us live from Wisconsin Dells, where some resorts and parks are preparing to reopen. Gabby?
Mark and Susan, Mount Olympus is one of the Wisconsin Dells resorts that is booking reservations again, but there will be some differences as they try to follow guidelines to make it as safe as possible. With an emphasis on social distancing, the park will be kept at 50% capacity to ensure shorter lines and less people in the pools. To enforce this, only hotel guests will be allowed to enter the parks. Owner Nick Lazarkis says it was a relief to start booking reservations again.
The consumer really didn't know when we're going to open, and heck, I didn't even know when we're going to open. At least now we have a benchmark, and I could tell already yesterday that our advanced bookings started to pop and grow bigger and bigger.
Lascara says staff is being trained on the new guidelines, but they're also trusting that guests will be courteous to social distancing. Now, Mount Olympus will plan to be open again on May 26, and other resorts in the area say they're working on plans as well.
All right, live in the Wisconsin Dells, Gabby, thank you. Madison Magazine's Restaurants Weeks are widely popular.
But with Safer at Home now in place, it's called Restaurant Week to Go. We'll tell you all about it when Live at 4 continues. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
We know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Welcome back. More than 36 million Americans have filed for unemployment benefits since the economic crisis began in mid-March.
Experts say the job losses are hitting women particularly hard, especially women of color. The pandemic cost 15.5% of women their jobs in April, compared with 13% of men. The reason, say experts, many women work in areas hit hard by the crisis, in leisure and hospitality, education, health services, and retail.
These are the industries, the types of jobs that are hugely dominated by women.
The impact is greatest for women of color. A National Women's Law Center analysis finds roughly 1 in 6 black women and 1 in 5 Latino women are now unemployed. Between the end of the Great Recession in July of 2010 and the start of the COVID-19 crisis in February of 2020, women gained 11.1 million jobs. It was an up and down day on Wall Street, but when the final bell sounded, stocks were up. The Dow Industrials added 60 points, ending the week at 23,685. The NASDAQ added 70. The S&P 500 tacked on 11. Madison Restaurant Week begins on Monday.
Well, just like everything else right now, Restaurant Week will be a little different this year. This time, it's Restaurant Week to go. The managing editor of Madison Magazine, Andrea Bailing, joins us now to tell us how it'll work. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So tell us about Restaurant Week to go.
Yeah, like you said, this is a first for us. We, when we realized that in July we might not be able to hold a traditional restaurant week, we said, let's shift gears and do something for the restaurants right now when they need it. So we decided to launch this Restaurant Week to go, which is from May 18th to the 30th. So it lasts for 2 weeks. And we've got just about 50 restaurants participating so far. Our cap is 60, so we're going to add more as restaurants want to participate. But we're really excited.
I looked at some of the menus. That's pretty extensive. Do you think some of these restaurants are going to be able to keep up with the demand?
And that all these restaurants, I know that they're wanting the business and will take as many orders as they can. But it's been amazing to see like you said, a lot of people are excited about this and really want to help these restaurants out. So yeah, and they're offering 3-course meals for $25 and family meals for $40. And all of the menus, we're gonna add a few more once it launches officially on Monday, but you can browse menus right now.
Well, just looking at the response to the Facebook post about this, people are very excited. I mean, it's even more than you traditionally see for Restaurant Week, right?
It really is. It's been incredible, the feedback. These restaurants do need help, and Restaurant Week is always a time that these restaurants get to showcase what they do best, and they can't do that, in a dine-in situation right now. So that's why we're like, let's shift gears and figure something else out.
Can you order now, or do you have to wait?
That's a good question. Okay. I think that if you want to order something from the menu, call the restaurant and see if you can put in an order ahead of time.
So you just go online and put in your order, and then just like everything now, you drive up and pick it up?
Yep. And the menus are hosted on MadisonMagazine.com, and you can browse all the menus, but then you'll have to go into the individual restaurants' websites for more details on how they do their carry-out services.
All right, a final push is underway now to raise money for the SOS Fund. Tell people about that.
Yeah, so Restaurant Week to Go and this SOS Fund fall under our Carry-Out So They Can Carry On initiative, and we partnered with Kesnix to help out with this SOS Fund. They're at $55,000. Wow. We're so close to the $75,000 goal. This is a huge, huge number. This has been so successful, but we got a little bit more to go. So we're doing the final push here.
So go to MadisonMagazine.com for that as well. You can donate there.
Yep, and right on the GoFundMe page, and you can also buy local products at a couple at Metcalf's Market and Willie Street Co-op that support the SOS Fund.
All right, well, keep up the good work, Andy. I'm looking forward to a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
We've got 2 weeks, Restaurant Weeks, right?
That's what Restaurant Weeks, right?
Yes.
Over the holiday weekend, it's going to work out perfectly.
Yeah. Andy, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Thanks.
Madison Magazine Restaurant Weeks to Go starts Monday, May 18th and runs through Sunday, May 30th. To take a look at all the menus for the participating restaurants, as Andy said, go to MadisonMagazine.com.
Well, there's more to come at 4. When we come back, the race is on to find a vaccine to fight COVID-19.
And UW scientists are part of a worldwide coalition joining in that battle. That story after Chris's first warned forecast.
Welcome to the all-new Dwellings.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place Apple Wellness, and boy, has this been a rough season. We are here for you. We're open. Our wellness consultants are trained in the top immune, lung, and inflammation supplements that are important right now. We have live chat on our website and same-day delivery for our Dane County residents, so you do not need to leave the house. We support you. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Let me introduce me.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
#1 in color in Wisconsin.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer. Standing in the struggle. Hustling through the hurt. Asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
Through all the world events since 1930, Surgenians has provided high-quality flooring and service to area homes and businesses. Surgenian's showroom is now open. Come in to see the area's largest selection of flooring options.
For the safety of our customers, we have temporarily closed our showroom, but we are still scheduling our award-winning in-home design visits, so reserve your spot today. Dwellings, Madison's best-kept $150 secret.
We'll take a look at this. A farm in Japan had to suspend its petting zoo because of social distancing, but Mother Farm has come up with an alternative. Now visitors can simply drive slowly in their own vehicles along a set path. They can't touch, but they can see their favorite animals like furry sheep and goats and alpacas and horses. The whole idea is to provide people a place where they can refresh themselves during these times.
That's a great idea.
It is a great idea. Just stay safely in your car.
Yeah.
The whole family can be there. Try that at the, I guess we can't do it at the zoo here.
No.
We don't have the proper rules for that. All right, Chris, 50-50 weekend.
Yeah, that's indeed the case. Sunshine right now. We'll start to see some sunshine.
Turn your mic on.
Enter into tomorrow. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you
now.
We
gotcha. Yeah, a 50-50 weekend. Indeed, you are right. We're seeing the sunshine right now. We'll see some sunshine as we begin to start tomorrow, but those clouds are on the way. We have an alert day for Saturday night into Sunday. We're discussing rainfall potential when we come back.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or Aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto. Novartis thanks the heroic healthcare workers fighting COVID-19.
When the doctor said Mama wasn't going to get better, I didn't know what to do. I've never been through this before, and I'm not ready. My brothers want to help, but how? I keep thinking, how will we get through this?
A Grace will help, with kind, capable caregivers at your door who know how to handle the tough moments ahead. A Grace, hospice and palliative care. When you don't know where to turn, call us. A Grace will help.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we do have an alert day in the forecast now as we begin to look ahead towards the weekend. That's when we could see as much as 1 to locally 2 inches of rainfall Saturday night and into your Sunday. And not everyone's going to see that much rain. A lot of that is going to be more so localized in spots. But here's the excessive rainfall outlook right now. There's a marginal risk for excessive rainfall Saturday night into your Sunday. This is from the Weather Prediction Center. So we're talking, folks, at even a national level, highlighting parts of the upper Midwest just for that potential of some heavy rain. This is why we're going to be watching a system that develops as we go through the next couple of days. This ultimately works its way towards Wisconsin as we go into Saturday night and Sunday, and a lot of that rain will come our direction as we move into Sunday. So with that being said, I encourage everyone to enjoy the weather that we have outside right now. High pressure is in control. It's sending winds out of the north, but temperatures are still very comfortable out there, but we've enjoyed that sunshine all day as well. Any of the showers or thunderstorms, those are well to the south. Here's, oddly enough, that next system already starting to come together. So we're seeing a lot of lightning strikes over parts of the northern Rockies, even some snow in the highest peaks there as well. But this system that doesn't look all that impressive is going to be the very thing that heads our direction to bring more chances for some rain. So in the meantime, things are beautiful. No thunderstorms are expected as we go through today. But as we look through the next 3 days, you'll notice that thunderstorm outlook begins to show that chance of general thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday. None of those are expected to be severe, though, so that's good news. All of this should be garden variety thunderstorms. Any severe weather should hold off towards the south. Let's go ahead and time it out. This is the rest of tonight. Temperatures come down towards 46 degrees. We'll start to see the winds coming in off of Lake Michigan. With winds off of Lake Michigan, that allows temperatures to be just a little bit cooler as we head into tomorrow. So by 1 o'clock, we're into the mid-60s here. We'll only top out right around 69 degrees. So it's still mild, but we don't break the 70s like we did today. Those clouds start to increase, though, and watch what begins to move in from the south as we go into the early morning hours on Sunday. This is now 3:30 in the morning. A lot of that heaviest rain is starting to arrive, especially from the south and west. We see showers around all morning long. So now this is Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, and many areas are getting in on the rainfall, and we'll see another round of some showers move through as we get you into Sunday afternoon and into your Sunday evening. That keeps temperatures cooler on Sunday as well. Those highs will only top out to the upper 50s and low 60s. Then it's about the bounce back. Watch how temperatures work their way into perhaps the upper 70s and low 80s by the time we get you towards the end of next week. So lots of nice weather ahead, but we do have an alert day for Sunday. Monday through Friday, folks, that's a stretch of just absolutely incredible weather. We're watching more chances for showers and thunderstorms returning by next Saturday night and Sunday and to your Memorial Day.
All right, wet weekend perhaps. We'll enjoy tomorrow.
And today.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Well, we're learning how the pandemic is stranding babies born to surrogate mothers around the world.
Coronavirus travel restrictions make it impossible for many parents to bring those children home. In this clinic in the Ukraine, there are dozens of babies waiting to be claimed. They were born via IVF to surrogate mothers, but after Ukraine closed its borders in March, many of their biological parents can't get here to be with their newborns. Joel and Michelle Leineke from Leineke, is that it? From Sacramento were 2 months away from their daughter's due date when Ukraine's borders were sealed.
Well, the worst fear was that we wouldn't be able to get here, right? Or is it just going to be, what are we facing? And are we not going to see her till she's 6 months old?
A Ukrainian official says there are over 100 stranded babies in her country whose parents haven't been able to make it in. Experts believe there could soon be 1,000. A Madison-based collaboration is joining scientists around the world in the race to develop a vaccine to fight COVID-19.
Scientists at UW-Madison are working with a biotech startup and an international vaccine developer. Peter Halfman is a research professor at UW-Madison who is working on this vaccine collaboration. Peter, good to see you. Welcome to Live at 4.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being with us.
Having me.
So this is called CoroFlu, is that correct? Tell us a little bit about this collaboration.
So yeah, this is a collaboration between the three organizations. We are the first part of it, where we're looking at the vaccine's efficacy in laboratory animals, its ability to induce immune response, and just the ability for us to grow the vaccine in the lab.
It's quite a process, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, typically vaccine projects can start at 5 to 6 years and go out to 10 years. So there's quite a race here to get this vaccine out as soon as possible.
Now, tell us about a little bit about what this vaccine is. Is it a nasal spray, I understand, and you just referenced it's something that triggers your immune system. Can you tell us a little bit about how it would work?
Yeah, so this is based on a flu vaccine that's already established by FluGen. And what we're doing here in the lab is we're modifying that vaccine so it expresses a protein for SARS-CoV-2. And the hope is we're going to administer this vaccine by intranasal spray, just like how flu and SARS are naturally infect people. So we should get a good immune response by going into the nose and hopefully a good protective efficacy from this vaccine.
How did this collaboration come about?
Well, we worked with a long time for FluGen from many different vaccine projects, and then actually brought biotech out of India. The founder of that is actually a UW-Madison alumni, and he wants to put out vaccines for low-income, middle-income countries. So that's how this all kind of got together.
Oh, that's incredible. What do you think is a realistic expectation of a timeline for a vaccine?
So I don't think we're going to see anything to the end of this year, moving into 2021. You got to remember that we're talking about vaccine candidates that are made in the lab and then upscaling to such large quantities that we're going to need to go domestically and internationally is going to take a lot of work. And any kind of road bumps that happen in this vaccine manufacturing process is going to significantly delay the release of a vaccine.
And there's scientists working all over the world using different techniques on this, right?
That's correct. I mean, there's at least 150 different candidates out there against SARS-CoV-2.
But what do you say to people who are thinking that maybe this is all going too fast and that, you know, they're worried about safety and potential risks and side effects and things like that? Is it unprecedented, the race and the timeline here to get a vaccine?
It is, but just like the vaccine candidate that we're working on an established platform already. So these established platforms have gone through phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, sometimes clinical trials for other different vaccine diseases. Like the one we're working on has gone through phase 2 clinical trials for flu. So that gives us kind of a good compiling of safety data already on the core vaccine. So now that we make this modification, we're kind of have a bit of a head start in the regulatory process to get these approved. So it might seem like, yeah, this is being rushed. You got to remember the background of that. Some of these vaccine candidates do work on an established vaccine platform. Now, that's a little different with the novel vaccine candidates that are out there. We're going to have to really emphasize safety on those vaccine candidates.
Yep, speed and safety, the two keys in developing this. Peter, keep up the great work. Good luck. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for sharing with us. Great to see you. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too.
There's more to come at 4. Michael Bruno will join us for the latest installment of Behind the Screens.
And then coming up tonight at 5, the number of positive cases of COVID-19 at the Dane County Jail goes up again. What officials are doing about the spread. We'll have that story coming up tonight at 5.
Junk Garden Centers are open to help you start the growing season. For a limited time, get a free bag of raised bed mix with the purchase of 2. Shop now at all 5 Junk Garden Center locations. Get your growing season off to a safe and healthy start with Junk Garden Center.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like James lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds.
Oh.
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk. Oh.
Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic. We remain committed to keeping Ozempic available and affordable during these challenging times. With the Ozempic Savings Card, you may be eligible to pay as little as $25 for a 1-month or 3-month prescription.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
Junk Garden Centers are open to help you start the growing season. For a limited time, get a free bag of raised bed mix with the purchase of 2. Shop now at all 5 Junk Garden Center locations. Get your growing season off to a safe and healthy start with Junk Garden Center.
Tonight at 5, the entire UW school system is working on a plan to test every student and staff member for COVID in hopes of returning to in-person classes this fall. How much it'll cost tonight at 5.
Well, the week will start out dry. Showers and thunderstorms Saturday night and Sunday will bring enough rain to raise some flooding concerns. Our first warn forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, we'll tell you how local hospitals are expanding telemedicine capabilities during the pandemic. That story tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Music and entertainment venues across the U.S. have been forced to shut down during the pandemic, jeopardizing their futures.
For decades, the Troubadour in L.A. has hosted countless sold-out crowds for some of music's biggest names. But COVID-19 now threatens to silence the world-famous nightclub forever. The manager of the club says her family has owned it since the 80s. Forced to shut down in March by state and city guidelines, it's possible the Troubadour won't be allowed to open again until 2021. The club has been a launching point for musicians over the years, including Elton John, whose star-making performance in 1970 was depicted in the movie Rocket Man. Grammy Award-winning producer and former member of the group Peter and Gordon, Peter Asher, was there.
At the end of that show, Elton was a superstar, and before the show, no one had ever heard of him.
So So far, it's making a difference. A GoFundMe account has raised more than $73,000 to help pay bills and staff. The National Independent Venue Association is now lobbying Congress for federal support to help keep music venues in business nationwide during the pandemic. Well, graduation ceremonies, as you know, for the class of 2020 have been canceled across the country.
But many schools are finding ways to give high school seniors a special moment. Michael George takes us to some non-traditional graduations.
Graduating high school is a moment you never forget. But in the age of the coronavirus, it's a moment the class of 2020 won't get to experience.
I'm not getting to do any of the normal things that high schoolers would get to do.
High school senior Alexis Jones had her prom canceled, and now she and graduates across the country will also have to settle for a virtual graduation that they watch from home. 18-year-old William Bell was looking forward to having his family watch him walk.
It is kind of disappointing just to know that 5 years or 10 years down the road, when we look back at our high school career, we won't have any pictures from graduation or any memories from prom.
But schools and parents are coming up with creative ways to celebrate. At Redwood Christian High School in California, each student is getting a personal 10-minute graduation. Their family even gets to hand them a disinfected diploma.
This is for our kids. This is our graduates, our seniors. They have been through so much. Senior year is supposed to be the best time of high school.
At University City High School in Missouri, more than 100 parents held a parade for their graduating kids, honking horns and holding up signs. These graduations are anything but traditional, but seniors say they're happy to celebrate in any way they can.
It's just like a small sacrifice that we had to make for the safety of millions of Americans.
We're really excited about our future, and we're not letting it dampen what we're looking forward to.
In the end, the class of 2020 may come to be defined by how they handled this unprecedented moment in history. Michael George, CBS News.
It might even make it more special.
Exactly, more memorable.
Yeah. On Saturday night, former President Obama and a number of celebrities are holding a national commencement for the class of 2020. You can watch it live right here on CBS.
And WISC TV will partner with the Madison Metropolitan School District to give the local class of 2020 a graduation to remember. On June 12th and 13th, in prime time, we will run graduation ceremonies for each of the Madison high schools. You can find out more information on channel3000.com.
Well, that'll be fun. Still to come at 4, we go behind the screens with Michael Bruno.
He'll tell us about a new production by American Players Theater. It's a play that you can watch from the comfort of your own sofa. That's when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free APR financing for 84 months on many of our most popular models, or defer monthly payments for 120 days. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. Or if you require parts, maintenance, or repairs, our Chevy certified service experts can help keep you moving forward, so you can find new roads with confidence.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
My mom is 81, and I worry about her. So I went online and found the new Lively Mobile Plus from Great Call. If she ever needs help, she can just press the button. And with the Great Call Link app, I'll get an alert right on my smartphone if she does contact 5-Star.
With the fastest call response time, they'll assess your situation, confirm your location, and send you the help you need.
Now more affordable with 50% off for a limited time. AARP members get an exclusive discount on select plans.
Shop the largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses from the comfort of your home on steinhoffels.com. Right now, Steinhoffels will ship your purchase free to your curb, driveway, or garage. Start shopping right now with a name you can trust. steinhoffels.com.
To check out the Duck Pond's new theater, we'll tell you how to get your tickets Saturday.
And the sun is in the forecast for the first half of the weekend before showers return. Chris Reese is timing things out at 5 and 8.
A Wyoming woman got a very special surprise for her 70th birthday, a beautiful banner bursting with a bevy of bedazzled birthday braziers. Marjorie Claire's friends called the front yard display a 70-cup salute. The friends say the gesture was meant to give Claire all the support she could get. The birthday girl says the gag definitely made her feel special.
People are getting creative.
Yes, they are. Well, earlier today, the American Players Theater made the unfortunate decision to cancel their 2020 summer season due to the pandemic.
Well, while they hope to produce plays in some fashion this fall, they're offering up some entertainment right now. A new short film featuring 10 of their stage actors. Michael Bruno takes us behind the screens of Talk to Me, Love in the Time of COVID.
So Jack and I have worked together for 4 years, and the last 2 professionally, and then related to this, for 2 years personally, we've been kicking around film ideas. And we've never quite gotten over the finish line of an idea that we wanted to take into production, given the considerable time and cost. So when this started, I sent Jack a text message that just said, movie, dark comedy idea, a couple who have papered over their issues for too long, now going through therapy over Zoom.
So as I've been telling all of my patients, video therapy is just like regular therapy. It's just with a little technology added to the mix. Great. So let's start with something positive. What is working best right now?
I mean,
Nothing.
We had to cancel our couple ski trip out west, but no, it's great. Now we're pretending that we're on a road trip at home, just the two of us.
I mean, who dumps someone via text message when you're out buying them supplies before a pandemic? Who does that, Sandra?
And the idea was to have this whole thing we were calling a fast film. So that was, I think, a Monday or a Tuesday that the text happened. That Thursday, I had a full first script that I'd written. Jack and I collaborated on lots of feedback on that. That then went to all of the actors on a Thursday to give you an idea of the speed at which this moves. So Thursday, the actors got the script. They all said yes over the weekend. The following Tuesday, we had a table read with all of the actors. And tech, meaning we all would hop into Zoom and figure out how to push record and move their cameras around in their homes. Their wardrobe was the wardrobe. Their homes were the location, right? And then the following Friday and Saturday, we shot it. So, I mean, it was incredibly fast. It was 27 days from that original text message through final production.
Hi. I was thinking about my feelings.
Creatives are making the most of what they have right now, and actors are doing the same thing. American Players Theater is doing that right now, and other theaters across the country and the world, I'm sure, are doing the same thing.
That doesn't sound normal, does it?
Drew, I'm not trained in this field of medicine. I can't really advise you.
I think a lot of people are looking for something that has heart, it has humor, it's relatable, we've received a lot of emails and comments from, folks in our network. I think everybody can find themselves in these moments, right? We all were thrust into this situation where we're all trying to figure out, how do we all exist in this world where we don't leave home?
We all have our ups and downs. We all do the best we can.
That's right, Fred.
We all get better.
That's right.
Every actor who participated, and Jack, you certainly know them better than I do, every one of them to a person, before, during, after, thank you. At a time when I didn't think I wanted to create, I did want to create.
It's what people say. When life hands you lemons.
Lemonade.
Michael joins us now. That looks hilarious.
That looks so funny. Hi, Michael.
It's amazing how creative people can get when you think that you're not going to ever see these people on stage, and for them to come up with something that clever and humorous at a moment's notice. It's really, really wonderful. So it's a funny piece.
And they're such good actors, too. I mean, they're APT.
They're wonderful actors. They're all the people you've come to know and love. If you've ever seen any shows up there, you'll recognize all these actors from many of the shows that have been done over the years up at APT.
It's too bad there's not going to be a season, but they're going to be busy, too, right?
They are going to be very busy because they also just announced that they're in cooperation with PBSWisconsin.org, starting June the 5th, every Friday at 7 p.m. They're going to be doing a series called Out of the Woods, which will be play readings that they're going to stream live, and then they're going to record them and be available on PBSWisconsin.org. So from June 5th until July 10th, every Friday at 7 p.m., they're going to be doing staged readings of shows that have been done up at APT with all their resident actors at APT.
Oh, and they might get a whole new following after this.
I'm sure they will, because this is a wonderful, wonderful piece.
Watch in your backyard. Pretend you're outside.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. It's Friday!
Hi, Jim.
Thanks, Michael. And you can watch Talk to Me, Love in the Time of COVID by going to the TalkToMeFilm.com. You can also help the theater company during this tough time by going to AmericanPlayers.org/support. They're offering a donation match of up to $750,000. Support local arts.
We'll get through it.
We'll be right back.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
I just love hitting the open road and telling people that Liberty Mutual customizes your insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
Are you unemployed or out of work because of COVID-19? If so, the Madison Money Guy wants to help. When times get tough, it's important to review your financial strategy and know all of the options available to you. Hope is the first step on the path to recovery. Let's take that step together. Call Retirement Income Strategies at 608-208-1800 to schedule a virtual visit today. That's 608-208-1800.
Well, we'll be mostly clear and cooler as we head through the overnight hours. Those lows fall down towards 46. We'll see you right back here after the break.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
When you have depression, it can plunge you into deep, dark lows and can leave you feeling extremely sad and disinterested. Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Not all types of depression should be treated the same. Vraylar effectively helps relieve all symptoms of bipolar depression with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Nausea, restlessness, and movement dysfunction are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
We know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling. Well, do you need a break from all the troubling news these days? We sure do.
To the rescue, Lola and Louie with this week's edition of the News Hounds.
It's News Hounds Now Update with Lola and Louie.
This week on the News Hounds, feeding a porcupine.
A flock of flamingos.
And some fine dining squirrels.
But first, African penguins were in for an adventure after their morning swim as keepers set up an obstacle course at their habitat at the Singapore Zoo. The zoo says the workout strengthens their legs and different muscles are put to use to navigate new environments.
Keepers of Nicole, the prehensile-tailed porcupine, needs daily medication. So zookeepers at the Toronto Zoo take a peanut butter and flax seed ball, put the medicine inside the ball, and give it to Nicole for breakfast. Which answers the question, how do you feed a porcupine?
Get out of the way. It's a goat invasion. For a few minutes, it looked like goats were taking over this neighborhood in Northern California. Turns out a local homeowners association in San Jose brings in goats now and then to eat dead grass on the hillside. But on this day, the goats managed to knock over an electric fence and took a stroll through the streets. Neighbors had to open up a side gate and lead the goats back to where they were supposed to be.
From goats to flamingos, Caribbean flamingos ventured outside for the first time this spring at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium in Ohio. The flamboyant birds let their excitement known as they go out into the yard and explore their surroundings. The flamingos are moved inside in the fall, and this first trip outside is always so much fun to watch, especially since the zoo is closed right now.
And finally, it's squirrels opening a laptop, squirrels eating lunch in the kitchen. What's going on here? Turns out it all started as an art project.